Here's what a day-to-day average Joe does, training, trying to be top of his age group and still fits in, work and other commitments in life. It's cool to share a journey of being so raw and open and honest on a goal that's so massive.
Every October, the fastest Ironman athletes in the world, both from the professional and amateur ranks, gather on the shores of Kailua Kona to test themselves not only against the competition, but the fierce island elements at the Ironman World Championship. This gathering of global Ironman Ohana, or extended family, recognizes not only the remarkable achievements of the individual athlete, but the entire community that supports the journey of each racer. Every athlete towing the line of the 2019 Vega IRONMAN World Championship has earned their spot on this iconic starting line by finishing at the top of their age group at a qualifying Ironman race around the world. In doing so, each has had to overcome unique challenges and, in many cases, have completely redefined themselves in the process. In Season 3 of the Ironman Quest for Kona, presented by Gatorade Endurance, we follow 5 unique athletes with the same goal: qualify for the toughest one-day endurance race on the planet, the Ironman World Championship in Kailua Kona, Hawaii. Growing up in Toronto, Canada, 27-year-old Cody Caissie was immersed in a sporting culture centered around hockey sticks, not bike splits. He only discovered triathlon 4 years ago, when some friends introduced him to the sport. An engineer by day, he was immediately drawn to the challenge. It was a data-rich puzzle to be solved. He decided to document his beginner triathlete journey on YouTube. In it, he'd share what he was learning, connect with other triathletes, and maybe even inspire some people to chase their own triathlon goals. One person he didn't expect to inspire, but did, is his younger sister, Carly. She decided to sign up for Ironman Canada, where she hopes to cross her first Ironman finish line. Cody will be racing too, but the stakes will be different.
I grew up a Canadian boy, so everyone kind of plays hockey growing up. I did that as a team sport. I was never good, I never had confidence growing up playing sports. Wearing spandex was kind of lame, No one wore spandex as a hockey player. You kind of got made fun of. When I started triathlon, I definitely had some breaking points with my friends that were hockey players. You go your separate ways and you start to do your own thing and you kind of find, okay, I do kind of like this. I am kind of good at this. You can see your hard work pay off time after time.
3 years ago when Cody did his first Ironman in Mont Tremblant, I had no idea what Ironman was, and seeing Cody, choose another Ironman and just keep working towards a goal, that really inspired me to think, well, if he's working so hard towards this, maybe I can do the same thing.
If there's ever been a person to prove that qualifying for the Ironman World Championship is within reach for anyone, it is Cody Caissie. He wasn't a natural swimmer, cyclist, or runner. Far from it, in fact. As a child, Cody was clinically obese and never imagined thriving athletically.
I think growing up a fat kid is kind of hard. You get picked on and bullied, but I think it leaves a scar on you growing up. You kind of feel like you're never the one that fits in directly. That's how I felt. I went to see a dietitian and she told my mom that I was clinically obese. So I think I was 13 at that point and I was 5 feet tall and weighed 200 pounds. I tried to fit in with team sports and make friends that way, but it was just never my niche. I never really got it. I couldn't, mesh with the team and it wasn't my skill set. I dove into triathlon. Like, not only did it change my body in great ways and made me, leaner, fitter, and stronger, but it provided me with confidence to be good at something. Before I was just chubby Cody in high school, and now I'm, badass, Cody Ironman who's chasing goals and going after it.
Cody's Kona dream took root in 2016 when he experienced the Ironman World Championship from the sidelines. His then girlfriend had qualified, and he was excited to see what the race was all about. On the flight to Kona, the man seated next to him in seat 14F.
I'm the CEO of Ironman.
Hello, full diary. How are you?
That passenger introduced himself as Andrew Messick, the president and CEO of Ironman. Their conversation motivated Cody more than ever. His new goal came into laser focus.
Ever since then, it's been like, I'm gonna get here one day, I'm gonna experience this and run down that red carpet with all the flags, put my arms up and be sweating and probably fall over, but I want to do that and experience it for myself. It's the pinnacle of triathlon. It's the Super Bowl. I think is achievable for anyone if you dedicate your time and resources and energy.
Quest for Kona is brought to you by Gatorade Endurance, formulated for farther. A couple hours north of Vancouver, the town of Whistler is a stunning mountain playground nestled in the Coast Mountains. And for 8 years, the Subaru Ironman Canada has called Whistler home. It is one of the most popular Ironman races on the circuit, and it's easy to see why.
Ironman takes over the town, as you can tell with any race, so they've really accepted it. Everyone here is super friendly. Beautiful town, beautiful scenery. I feel awesome. My body feels great. Like, I feel I'm as ready as I can be. Everything I've done is in the past, and I really trust what I did and to prepare me for tomorrow. No nerves yet, which is good, but I'm sure later today I'll be, second guessing that when I see everyone else's bike in transition, and I'm like, these guys look fast. To my sister, she's doing her first full Ironman, and she hasn't even been nervous from what I've seen, and I think it's an asset, having probably both of us here that we can bounce ideas off of each other. Actually being able to race with my sister while she's doing her first, Ironman, which is a massive accomplishment, is pretty incredible. For me to qualify for the Ironman World Championship is going to take a well-executed race. It's all mental. It's so mental, the pain that you feel. Being able to go into that hurt locker and suffer and turn your mind off and know that you still have more left in you. Right now it will mean absolutely, everything. I want to come out enjoying it and knowing I gave it my all.
It's 4:30 a.m. on race morning, and the sun is yet to rise over Whistler. Athletes are tending to last-minute details and going through pre-race rituals. Cody has been up since 2:30. After the morning rush of organizing gear and prepping race day nutrition, Cody stops to take it all in before he heads to the swim start.
Definitely looking out, you kind of realize that, all right, this is the moment. It's all here. I don't think I had nerves necessarily. I was pretty confident and ready. This is the day you've been training for. This is everything you put it into. Now it's just execution and managing the issues that come up.
The brother and sister duo share a few last words of encouragement before it's time to take on the 140.6-mile journey. In minutes, they will be underway, and Cody will be vying for one of the 3 Kona slots in his 25 to 29 age group. The professional female athletes are sent off first. Then age groupers enter the water in a rolling start. Cody's goal is to exit the water in an hour. The swim course at the Subaru Ironman Canada is a 2-loop, 2.4-mile swim in the calm waters of Alta Lake. He finds an early rhythm and settles in. The second loop is a little slower as Cody navigates through the field of racers. But he hits the beach in 59:58, 2 seconds under his goal swim split. After a quick transition, he's fifth in his age group heading out onto the bike course. He'll need to make up some ground on the bike. The Subaru Ironman Canada 112-mile bike course takes riders from the shores of Alta Lake to the top of Whistler Olympic Park in Callahan Valley. Athletes head south along the stunning sea-to-sky highway before heading back to town for the second loop. Cody is riding at a controlled pace in the early miles, playing it smart and waiting patiently for the big climb up Callahan. People are buzzing past him, but he sticks to his plan and rides within himself. On the descents, he tucks in closely to his top tube to get more aerodynamic and whizzes past other riders.
It's a really, really challenging bike course. Very, very challenging, and it requires patience. Yeah, my second loop on the bike was much better. I try and do like Sebi or Jan, you know, I see them do it. And so man, I hug that top tube and just tuck, and it's amazing how much time you can make up in that. Use that downhill, and I would pass so many people.
His strategy pays off. He completes the 112-mile bike ride in 5:21:07 and has moved up 2 spots in his 25 to 29 age group. With a 1:53 T2, Cody is off on the run. A top 3 finish in his age group will secure a Kona slot. He's running for his life in 3rd position. The Subaru Ironman Canada 26.2-mile run course is 2 loops. It follows the meandering valley trail past Lost Lake and Green Lake. Runners pass through Whistler Village at the halfway point, then repeat the same loop before finishing next to Whistler Olympic Plaza. Cody is looking smooth and relaxed as he ticks off the early miles. He's run into 2nd place by the end of the first lap.
I kind of knew my competition, you know. I knew some people that would be up there, so I saw one guy pass me that was, I thought was in my age group. Other than that, I didn't see anyone, but it wasn't on my mind where I was. I was just kind of trying to follow my plan. I wasn't concerned about time. I was just being in the moment, being present.
And then, signs of struggle. His energy is dipping. He's fallen back to 3rd position. Only a few miles separate Cody and his Kona qualification dream. 4th place is gaining on him. Finally, the red carpet finish comes into view. It's what athletes like Cody have been envisioning during the months of training leading up to this moment. Cody makes one last surge down the finish line chute. He's given it everything. Cody has set a new Ironman personal best by 20 minutes and finished 4th. He's missed getting a Kona slot by 1 position.
And that was so hard. The bike was like very difficult. I paced well, and then the run I was solid until 23, and then just started really struggling. Right now I'm a little frustrated, to be honest. So finishing 4th, 9:56, which is a 20-minute PB for me. So it's good, but I'm, you know.
After gathering himself and getting in some calories, Cody's thoughts turn to his sister, Carly.
Third marcher coming in at Cody Caissie, you're an Ironman.
Cody Caissie, you are an Ironman.
Tried to support her the best I could and give her some positive words of encouragement, but she kept going. She got to the finish line and crushed it. Ironman is a beast. It's challenging, it's hard, it's painful, but it's weirdly addicting. You know, I think that's what keeps you coming back, and it's just proof that You know, the Ironman slogan, anything is possible, truly is. And I think that's the unique thing about Ironman, is that you do not need to be physically gifted to do this. Would I have liked the Kona spot? Hell yeah. But that didn't happen, so I kind of got to accept it. And I gave it everything I had, and that's all I can ask for.
In future episodes of the Ironman Quest for Kona, fueled by Gatorade Endurance, watch 5 athletes as they attempt to qualify for the 2019 Vega IRONMAN World Championship. Follow us on our Facebook Watch channel, Ironman Now, for full race week coverage.